All right, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, boss man. How you doing?
Great, man. Great, 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 great. Well, congratulations on the event.
Thank you so very much.
So tell us the inspiration for the album overall.
Just my life experiences. The people I've met. I've had an opportunity to meet and be trained by legendary people, including the late great Harold Bowles, whose favorite word was magnanimous. One of his favorite words. I've been blessed to write, seat, ride, and learn from the great John Mason, who I think you know that guy. I've also been blessed to work with people like Bert Deering out of Burson Eastern Market, and have wonderful relationships with people like Angie Starr, and all of the people that the voices of this town. I've had the opportunity to be able to hear from them, to be able to learn from them, and this album was inspired by that.
One of the pieces is called "From That Way."
Yeah.
Talk about the development of that and how it came about.
So basically, it's a form of ghetto gospel. I love the Lord. Everybody that know me know that. And but at the same time, I'm from 6 Mile, Wyoming. I grew up in Detroit during the crack era. I have served my country in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and so I've seen a lot of death, destruction, and corruption. And I've also seen some things that let me know that you can persevere. So we wanted to be able to encourage people through the music, that even though you go through hard times and even though you might lose some folks, you can still be encouraged. You will still make a way, but also don't get it twisted, because I'm from that way, you know?
I love it. Best for Vets basically speaks for itself. It's yet another track. Talk about it though. The inner inspiration, the outer inspiration, we know. You're a former vet, you just spoke of that, but there was probably an even deeper purpose for it.
Well, for forever, I've had a hard time articulating what was really going on with me to people that did not understand. And so I knew that it's better to have a group of people that really understand where you're coming from. Every movement has always been a movement that involves people. If you are a leader that doesn't have anybody following you, you're just taking a long walk. And so to be able to put something together that people can follow that was bigger than me, but that also allowed me to use my voice and my skill sets and the things that I picked up from all of the people that I previously mentioned. It was my inspiration to be able to help not only veterans, but also the community as a whole.
You use some outside talent as well to collaborate with you. Talk about one of the vocalists or some of the vocalists that are working with you.
Okay, so I've been blessed to have been born into a family of entertainers, and even if they weren't directly blood related to me, these are people that have just come into my life through the hand of God. So the main vocalist that I'm going to talk about right now, his name is Levotis Griffin III. They call him LG3. His father, who went on to be with the Lord, was one of the pastors, and Pastor Lee, and he actually baptized me. His mother actually sings the national anthem at the Pistons games. And so he comes from a long line of singers, and the brother can sing. He actually tours with Charlie Wilson and Kim. And that's my partner, you know what I mean? So, anytime that we run in and doing shows, we've been doing this for a long time together, over 10 years. About 12 years actually, and he really can sing. He's a powerhouse vocalist. Also, we have one of my aunts. Her name is Nico Red. She's a phenomenal sultry singer. She's done things with everybody from Amp Fiddler to she's played pretty much every concert venue here. Boney James, people of that nature. So she's a phenomenal musician and a singer herself. And even on the hip hop side, she has done some hip hop classes with Big Hurt. State My Confessions, I think was the name of the song. So she's a phenomenal vocalist as well. And it's just littered through the entire project with great singers and great minds, So shout out to Carmen Michelle, who's also another singer that's been on the project. Pierre Anthony has been on that project. A friend of mine named Joey Oso, phenomenal MC, and a young lady named Israel Black. and also all of the music has been done by a good friend of mine who I went to high school with, named Maestro Williams, of Silent Riot Productions, who he also knows you, Mace, for a very long time.
Absolutely, he does. He better
Yeah,
say he does.
yeah.
Forever is a Crazy Number. Talk about that song.
So it is my ode to poetry and my ode to love. So I am a lover at my core. And
So will this be a poetry moment for us in the whole piece?
yes, it was actual because I wanted to make sure that, this is a hip hop, you know, R&B jazz influenced record. And it had, I am a poet. So, but I didn't want to make it about necessarily that. So, um, I was able to add one particular piece, and it was very long. It's a long song. It's about 7 minutes. Old school throwback song. You know what I'm saying? Ride with your gal type song. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
And it's actually one of the first pieces that I was able to sing on in my actual singing voice. So, but it was inspired by a young lady who I've been in love with for a very long time. Whether or not it works out, we have to be determined, is to be determined. But yeah, I was inspired by it. I went to Miami and I got an opportunity to sit in the tropical sun, and I was listening to a song by a new artist named Snow, and it's called I Want You Around, and the words just came to me to write this piece. And then
Wow.
and I was just moved by this, because I believe that, even if you don't get an opportunity to experience the love that in the way that you want to experience it, to just have the experience that inspires it is something that not a lot of even people get to have. And to be able to transcribe that and capture that moment is what it's all about. And I can share it with the world. So even if my direct feelings are not reciprocated through the person it's for, it might be somebody's wedding song.
Beautiful. Boy, you got a lot of great pieces in here. What about Elevate?
Man, so I am a fitness guy. I love fitness. I love fighting, like UFC fighting, boxing, things of that nature. So that comes from a bit of my military background, and just, always being around folks, with athletics. Even when I worked in radio, I worked with a guy that I worked with a lot of the Pistons, man. So I was around them, you know what I mean? And so just having these sports anthems, man, just always constantly playing and seeing how that affected folks, and just being able to have folks motivated by some music, man, it was my real inspiration on that.
So we go from Elevate, and then there's Loyalty.
Definitely. So um, the definition of loyal, I literally read the textbook definition of it in my Mason uh, announcer voice. And then I go into the whole lyricist piece of giving the analogy of, if you didn't get what the definition, textbook definition meant, well, this is what it means in the streets. And so, I've had a lot of friends that have come and gone over the years. Some of them have shown me loyalty. Others have shown me disloyalty. Others have taken it to the grave. Rest in peace to my great friend, Jermaine Tillman, aka Big Youngin. He was the most loyal person I ever met. And he took it to the grave. And so this song is about both my good experiences and my bad experiences with people, and the loyalty that we have that extends even beyond, death.
Well, this is going to be a very unique performance, and it is going to touch a little bit of everything. So it's got the gamut. Give me your thoughts on this project and on the upcoming performance.
Well, I think that this project is going to be something that we can be able to use to uplift people of color all over the world, not just here in our city, because we talk about real issues. Everything from molestation to drug use to depression to suicidal ideations, but we do it in a manner that is much like you find in the Bible. The Bible talks about everything. A lot of people don't know that. They talk about everything. It's not just cookie cutter, but it's so soulful. And I believe if you have a soul and you have a sound system, you gonna bang this. and it can be able to change the complexion of what we see, and really just what we hear being put out from, Black men, and how we address our women, how we address our children, how we address each other. And this is something that is positive, but it also bangs, and it's not sugar coated. It's just raw.
That's what's going to be so unique about it. Last thing. This is me.
Yes, my it is my story to who I am, from the time I came out of my mother till now, and all of the people that I met in between, all of the key moments of my life, and the people that changed my life, the moments, the directions, um, the opportunities, for me to be able to express to the audience who I am as an artist. And not only who I am as an artist, but why I am the way that I am as an artist. Because I was raised um, to be a thinker and to be a speaker and to be excellent in all that I do. And I got that from a lot of people, who I shouted out on the record, to include the waking up in the morning with Mason and all of that. So, you get a shout out on that, talking about.
Nothing but love, man. I appreciate you. This is very powerful and poetic. We can't wait till it hits the stage.
Can't wait till it hits the stage, man. We're going to bring it to the stage, man. Because one thing is for certain and two things is for sure. We're going to melt it every single time, man, because Boss Man told me we're always on. So we ain't never off. You feel me?
Always on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mason. Peace.